And here is the continuation of my first school love story. Before we start, like the video and subscribe to the channel. As you might remember, my love story didn't have a happy ending. The guy I had a crush on was so wonderful and charming until he screwed up. And I saw it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, make sure to watch my previous video about love and then come back here. After that incident, my brain long refused to deal with any guys around me. You can never know. What if you get attached and he again pulls some trick or makes some sound? Ew! When I was in high school, my brain finally got over that terrible incident and I became more friendly to boys. There was one guy at school, same age as me. His name was Jack. He was on our school basketball team and he was really tall and so handsome. Some students tried to tease him by calling him a giraffe for his height. At the same time, he was the most popular guy in his group and no one really tried to bully him. I never talked to him or even met him before until he spoke to me in the cafeteria. One day, I was sitting there after my third lesson, chewing on my sandwich, and he came up to me. As ill luck would have it, I was starving and had a huge piece of sandwich in my mouth. I really couldn't stop chewing. He said, "Hi, you're Claire, right?" I nearly choked on surprise. I meant to tell him, "Hi, yes, I am Claire. It's so nice to meet you." But instead, I said something like, I'm Claire. It's so nice to meet ya. And I got a small bit of advice for you fellows. Never speak while chewing or people might think you're crazy. Fortunately, Jack got what I was saying and just waited for me to finish my sandwich. That was weird. It was very quiet and we were just looking at each other as my jaws were going munch crunch. And the funny thing is, my brain was yelling, "Come on, Claire, chew faster. You have 32 teeth for God's sake." I was chewing as fast as I could. Suddenly, I bit my tongue and almost burst into tears. When I was finally done with chewing, we started talking. In the end, Jack invited me to the movies the coming weekend. I agreed happily. But there was one thing. I have read a bunch of glossy magazines for real women, and I thought I should not show my real emotions. Instead, I had to be obscure and mysterious. Yeah, obscure and mysterious. Ooh. So I just squinted and nodded silently. And yes, my nodding might have been too emotional. On the weekend we met. I was very worried, but everything was just perfect. To be honest, I don't even remember what the movie was about. That's because I couldn't stop thinking of us going for a walk after the movie. And then we were joking and discussing different movies. Jack got us hamburgers, and this time I was trying to bite off small pieces as to not choke on them. The real trouble came unexpected. At some point, I almost choked on my soda. Yeah, good job, Claire. Jack told me a hilarious joke while I was drinking my Coke, and I started laughing out loud like crazy. Coke got in my nose, so I had to cover my face with my hands. I didn't want Jack to see his new girlfriend wasn't a lady, but a Coke fountain. I felt really awkward. In the evening, he walked me to my home. He said he had a great time and invited me for another date. I agreed. I was really happy and excited. My brain still insisted that I had to be mysterious and obscure. But gee, I just cleared my nose from Coke that I was supposed to drink. So I told my brain we should freakingly forget about this being mysterious thing. The next day, Jack came up to me at school and offered to have lunch together. We went to the cafeteria and we talked until the break was over. We kept having lunches together for a long time. These were beautiful moments. I love remembering them. You know, girls, the point of the story is that you just have to find the right guy who wouldn't mind you chewing and coking your nose. Or the guy who would be the same greedy eater as you are and would speak with his mouth full of food. It's up to you to choose. Soon, Jack and I made a couple. If you want to learn what happened next, write me in the comments. Love you all. Bye-bye.